What's happening, everyone? My name is Alex and welcome back. So as some of you may know, I sold my Mustang GT and I bought a Model 3 Performance. And I know some of you are gonna be wondering, why did I sell the Mustang GT to buy this car? I mean, the Mustang GT does look pretty cool, it sounds really cool, and it has a lot of power. I mean, you get almost 500 horsepower from that Mustang GT. And the way that car feels when you drive it, well, it's totally different from this one. And if you go online and you see some of the posts that I've made, a lot of people are angry that I actually got this car over the Mustang GT. First things first, I do prefer the way the Mustang GT looks like. The outside, the inside. I mean, when you look at the Mustang GT, you see the classic muscle car. Wide tires on the back, the quad exhausts on the back. So yes, the Mustang GT does look cooler than the Model 3. But there are some things that I actually love about this over the Mustang GT. Now, the inside of the GT is also better in my opinion. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it, because after having the Model 3 Performance for about 3 days, I'm kind of starting to love and enjoy this this design on the inside here, like the very minimal design. We don't have any buttons, we just have this massive screen in the center here. And in a way, you see better and you see more than I used to see in the Mustang GT. Now, with the GT, of course, I had the six-speed manual transmission, and with that you feel when you shift gears, you feel the engine vibrating, you feel the transmission, you hear the sounds. And with this, you don't get any of that. And for that side, yes, I think I'm gonna miss the Mustang GT, mostly in the summer when I drive with the windows open and so on. But with the Model 3 Performance, you get something that you do not get with the Mustang GT. You get some crazy instant acceleration. And I don't think you can actually understand or feel that acceleration just by looking at those videos that you see online. I mean, you always see people doing this when they accelerate in this car. But the way it feels when you accelerate this car compared to the Mustang GT, it's like two different classes. Like, this car doesn't even compare to that one. Not to mention the traction control in this one is outstanding. I mean, I'm running on summer tires at the moment because I don't have winter tires yet. It's gonna take a few days till I get winter tires. And the traction control on this thing is just amazing. The wheels never spin. With the Mustang GT, the wheels always spin on the back. By the time you actually put that power down, yeah. So with this car, you do 0 to 100 or 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds. Where with the Mustang GT, on a good day, in perfect conditions, you could probably do 4 seconds. And I know, it's tough to explain how this car feels. Like, I took a few people on a few rides over the past couple of days, and everybody's just blown away by the acceleration from this car. And yes, whatever you see in videos doesn't do this car justice. Now, when you look at this car from the outside, it looks kind of like a toy, I'm gonna say. I mean, it doesn't look like a sports car, doesn't look like a performance car. It kind of looks cute, and you'd never expect that this car can do like 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 3 seconds. Now, if you look at the performance model over the other ones, the long range all-wheel drive or the standard range plus, of course you're gonna notice the bigger wheels. This one has 20-inch wheels, and we actually have new wheels for 2020. We have the gray 20-inch wheels, and the wheels do look really good. You also see the red brakes, and on the back you also have a little spoiler and the badge, the performance badge, which is basically a dual motor with a red line underneath. So if you know what you're looking at, there is a difference between this one and all the other Model 3s. But realistically, most people aren't gonna know that because they just see the Tesla logo and that's pretty much it. The interior of the Model 3 also doesn't make you feel connected to the car as the Mustang GT. With the Mustang GT, you have that dashboard, you have the shifter here, and I feel that that makes you more connected to the car. The inside of the Model 3 feels very simplistic, and the first couple of days I was a bit skeptical that I would actually like this massive screen in the center here and nothing else. But now, after having the car for only 3 days, I have to say that I kind of prefer this inside over the inside of the Mustang GT. It just feels very open. Not to mention that we have this massive roof here that's made out of glass. Now, you can't really experience the roof if you're in the driver's seat, because you basically see this side at the top here, so you can't really see it. But if you're sitting in the back, the view is spectacular. In the Mustang GT, except aside from the fact that you couldn't actually keep people in the back because there was no room, yeah, it feels very crammed in the back, and the roof was wasn't tall. Basically, it felt very closed in. Now, when you're doing like hard accelerations and stuff, you feel connected to the car, you see how the car vibrates, and you don't exactly get this from the Model 3. With the Model 3, you basically press the acceleration and you just go. There is no revving the engine, there is no vibration, there is nothing. The car just goes. And the way this car goes, wow, like there are no words to describe how this car goes. I'm pretty sure that this car is faster than a lot of Ferraris, a lot of Lamborghinis, and so on. And the funny thing is, you go fast every single time you accelerate. Like, there is no, you can't go wrong. You just press the gas, well, not the gas because this doesn't have gas. You press the acceleration pedal and the car just goes. With that being said, there is a big difference from this car to the Mustang GT. But you're not exactly gonna understand until you actually get to drive one of these EVs. Now, don't go driving a Nissan Leaf, because that one will feel a bit lame. You need to basically experience a Tesla, a Model 3, or the Polestar 2, because that one is supposed to be fast as well. Now, if you do decide to ever buy a Tesla, make sure that you use someone's referral code, because if you do, you get 1,000 miles of free supercharging. So basically free gas in a way. I did use someone's referral and I got this one, and I have 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging. So yeah, definitely use someone's referral code, and I'll actually leave the link to my referral code in the video description, so I can get 1,000 free miles and you can get 1,000 free miles if you do decide to buy a Tesla. What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, about the gas situation, So when you get a Tesla, you never have to go and buy gas. And that is a massive bonus, because with the Mustang GT in the summer I would spend about $100 a week in gas, which is insane. With this one you can basically charge it at home overnight. Of course, it takes a while to charge this. I mean, you plug it in at night, but by the time the morning comes, it's gonna be full. But this is gonna cost you like, I don't know, $7 to get like 500 kilometers on a charge. Now, don't imagine that you're ever gonna get 500 kilometers on a charge as the car is rated, because if you live somewhere where it's cold, like me in Canada, and there is snow everywhere, you're probably gonna drop that 500 kilometers to about 300. If you keep accelerating like crazy, you're obviously gonna use more power, so you're never gonna get that 500 kilometers of range. I mean, maybe in the summer if you do like 80 kilometers an hour, it's the perfect temperature and so on. But not having to get gas with this, it's gonna be a game changer. I mean, I never have to go for any maintenance. I mean, you still have to change the tires every so often, but no oil changes. If I would do an oil change for my Mustang, that would be an easy $200, because I would use synthetic oil. I would do it at the dealership, so expensive. So this one, no oil changes, no gas. And even though the insurance is about $20 more expensive for this one, I'm technically gonna save money. I'm gonna save at least $300 that I would spend on gas with the Mustang GT, probably more, because if I drive more, basically the more you drive, the more money you save. Well, you're not really saving anything because you bought the car and the car is expensive to begin with, but at least you don't have to ever get gas. Now, installing a 220 plug at home makes sense, but you can still do it with 110 basically. So with a regular plug you can still charge the car, but it will take a while. Now, I just had the 220 plug installed yesterday. I haven't actually used it yet, but it's gonna make the charging situation much better. I even went to a supercharger yesterday, and I mostly went because I wanted to see how you basically charge the car. You go the supercharger thing, you press that button, the little charging port opens, and then you charge, and it charges really fast. Now you're probably gonna still have to spend about, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, depending how much you want to charge the car. But you can do a bunch of stuff on this massive screen. You can watch videos, you can, I don't know, you can do a bunch of stuff on it. And that brings me to the Autopilot. Man, Autopilot, it's such a game changer. I mean, this is not the first car that has something like the Autopilot. A lot of manufacturers have something similar. But the way the Autopilot works, the way the car drives itself, it's mind-blowing, I'm gonna say. Mostly because I haven't experienced that before. You basically allow the car to take control, and it turns the wheel, it accelerates, it brakes. It's very unique, but it will probably take me a while to get used to it and start trusting it more, because now I'm like, is it gonna go? So it's gonna take a while, but when you see it working, it's just mind-blowing. I don't have that option, the full drive, whatever it's called, mostly because it's expensive and I'm not gonna get it. I don't really care about the car changing lanes and so on. But the basic Autopilot that comes with the car is definitely a game changer. So yeah, those are the main two reasons why I bought this car and I sold my Mustang GT. I bought this car for the crazy acceleration, the acceleration that you cannot understand and you cannot feel through those videos that you see. And if I tell you 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3 seconds, you don't actually understand how it feels. I can probably make myself vomit accelerating in this car. And I actually took a bunch of people for rides in this car, and I'm gonna make a different video showing you their reactions. But yeah, the acceleration in this car compared to the Mustang GT, it's like totally different. I mean, this car is so much faster in every single way. And I know that doesn't sound like reality, but trust me, you do lose the vibration from the Mustang GT, you do lose the sound, you do lose a bunch of stuff that's cool about the GT, the looks, but you get an acceleration that cannot be explained. I can only imagine how that Tesla Roadster would feel, because that's supposed to do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in like 1.8 seconds, which is just insane. And the second thing why I bought this is so I don't have to buy gas, and that alone will save me a bunch of money. So yeah, these are the reasons why I bought this car over the Mustang GT. What do you guys think? Would you keep the Mustang GT? Would you buy this? Do you prefer a muscle car over an electric car? What are your thoughts on this? I know that a lot of people aren't familiar with EVs yet, and when you see an EV, you just think of something slow, something boring. But this car is everything but boring. Trust me, it is an exceptional car. And I can definitely tell after owning this car for just 3 days that it is the best car that I have been into. It's that simple. Not to mention the sound system in this is amazing. Well, I will definitely do some more videos with this car. I'm gonna drive it for a while. I'm gonna see how it goes, and I'll probably do a full review in a month or so after I have a better feel for it, after I know more about it, because I'm still learning about it every single day. If you do have any questions about this car, definitely reach out to me on Twitter or even in the comments under this video, and I'll try to answer any of your questions. If you're buying a Tesla, don't forget to use my referral code so I can get free supercharging, and you will get free supercharging too, so you can drive for free. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.